Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a video of a session I'm playing live. Like I'm going to be playing this as I'm talking. My partner's going to be Russ Weimer. A little background on our system. We're going to be using a strong club, 2/1, upside down everything, count, attitude, and suit preference. We'll be using Rusino leads against suit contracts. I'll tell you about those if they come up. And my goal here is to take you through each of the hands during the auction and up through the opening lead, and like looking at the dummy and thinking about the hand if I'm on defense. And if I'm declaring the hand, I'll walk you through what my plan is on that and keep the video running throughout the play of the hand. So that's our goals for today. It's going to be a longer video, but I hope you get something out of this, and maybe some of you will have played these hands also. And yep, that's what we're going to do today. All right, so here we are for hand one. We're third to act. Nobody's vulnerable. We have a 3, 4, 2, 4, 9 count. Partner opens a no trump, which we are playing as 10 to 12 in first seat, not vulnerable. Interesting. We have a star player here. This usually means like a world-class player. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is someone. It's kind of cool. So we have roughly half the high card points here, right? Partner's got 11, give or take 1. We've got 9. And 2 diamonds is alerted as diamonds in a major. I don't think there's any reason for me to get involved here. And now we know the East has diamonds and spades. Still no reason to mess with this, really. There's no reason to think that our opponents necessarily have a fit, so we're not necessarily worried about selling out at the 2 level here. Okay, so I'm not going to lead diamonds or spades here. It's a question between whether I lead clubs or hearts. Apparently 2 hearts was required. I'm not sure I buy that. Like West could pass 2 diamonds with diamond tolerance and without major suit length. Anyway, I think we're going to lead clubs here. And the idea when we're playing Rusino leads against suit contracts is to lead the second highest of touching honors. Okay, we see the dummy does not look like we're going to have to rush to do anything here. So it's kind of just going to be playing some cards. And I will be back with you when we start board 2. Okay, back for board 2 here. The East-West made 2 spades on that deal for 110. And if I look down here at my double dummy, it looks like we could hold them to 7 tricks. So we'll explore that in a minute. In the meantime, they've opened a week 2, and we certainly have nothing to say over that. So if we walk through the defense here, like this is one way I use the tool to see where we went wrong in the defense. And sometimes it's stuff that you should have known better about. Sometimes it's not. And here, like, remember I led the queen of clubs conventionally from king queen, and it says all of that leads to making. So it turns out the opening lead was not optimal for us. And back to the ranch here, we're just passing 3 clubs. No reason to bid anymore with this. Remember that partner is under some pressure in the balancing seat. That being said, he's not going to bid 3 clubs without a good hand, but we don't have any reason to keep on bidding here. And it looks like we are in the right strain. He's going to lose a diamond and a spade and a club probably for making 4. So we'll let that play out. Let's go back and look at this exercise on board 1 about why the club lead was a trick worse than leading a spade or a heart. So I think if we lead trumps, the thing is that he just never gets to ruff a club in the dummy, right? So we lead a trump, he loses a club, we lead another trump. He loses the second round of clubs, and then we can lead a third trump to take all the trump off the board. And what he ends up with in that case is 4 spades. And what else? The ace of hearts and 2 diamond tricks. So it turns out we needed to lead a trump here. It's a little bit weird that the jack of hearts will accomplish the same thing. So if we lead a heart and he ducks a club. Okay, so I guess a heart lead works because we can start tapping declare in hearts, and that would be an alternate defense. So it turns out the opening lead was kind of a timing issue, leads to making 2, and my match point estimate on that would be, this is going to be a pretty terrible score for us, I would think. Looks like par was plus 90 to north-south. And if we go to the other tables tab here, yeah, 110 was tied by 1 pair and it was beaten by 1 pair, but there are 10 comparisons, 9 comparisons, 10 total plays. So we're going to end up with a score of 1.5 out of 9 on that, which converts to what, 16% or something. But that being said, again, like not necessarily anything that I would change about what we did on this board. So back to board 2 here. Looks like partner has managed to make 4 clubs. I would imagine that is a good score for us. Certainly doesn't look like 3 no is making. And again, we can come down here and confirm in this little box here that no trump was taking 8 tricks for north south. And the par score is east west being in 3 diamonds doubled. That would give north south 100. We actually did better than that with 130. And if we go to our other tables thing again, we can see that right now 130 is in the middle. I imagine that will come up, and what we're going to have for the first round is somewhere between like 35 and 40%. So not a great start for us, but I don't think anything I'd change about the decisions. Be back with you guys in a minute for board 3. All right, so back for round 2 here. We have a pass to begin with. You'll see our first round scored up is 44%. 130 turned out to be 72%, so that worked out pretty well for us. Looks like we're playing 18 boards today. That's 9 rounds of 2 boards. And we get like 15 minutes for each round here, which is honestly probably more time than we need, but that's fine. It'll give us time to think if we have problems. When they open a no trump, I'm basically never getting involved with 4-4-3-2 shape. I suppose an exception could be made if I'm in the balancing seat and my opponents are white. White's not vulnerable. I might consider it then. So it looks like they're just going to have an invitational auction here. We're going to learn a little bit about whether East likes her hand or not. I'm assuming from the lack of alert that she's got 15 to 17. Dummy's probably got 8 or 9 count, which is going to leave partner with some values here. Probably about the same type strength I've got, maybe 7 or 8. So when they bid 3-0 here, I tend to think that they have 16 or 17. She took a while to bid 3-0, so that sounds like 16 to me. I am allowed to draw these inferences, I believe, legally. Well, I'm definitely allowed to, but then there's this weird language about how I do so at my own risk, which I don't really understand what that means. But anyway, we've got to make a lead. They didn't search for a major suit contract. I try to find partners 5-card suit against no trump, and I'm going to lead my short major and high from a doubleton. We're going to count the dummies points, which is 9, add them to what we think East has, which is 16. That gives 25. I have 8 for 33. And we're going to keep in mind the partner's going to have about 7 points here. Maybe just 6, possibly 8, but 7's the number I'm going to focus on. And I'll be back with you guys for board 4 in a moment. The defense to board 3 is over. Turns out here that East-West can make 3 no trump. They can make, East can make 10 tricks in spades, so that's actually the par score. They did miss a 5-4 fit here. It's weird that West didn't use Stamen, I guess, especially with the small doubleton heart. Let's see if there's any issues that are going to happen in 4 spades, which will always be declared by East, regardless of whether she opens a spade or a no trump and West goes through Stamen. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we have no reason to bid on this auction. A reminder that we're playing precision, so our 1 diamond opening here actually could be as few as 2 diamonds, and it's just kind of a nebulous catch-all, limited opening bid. The range is like 10 to 15 points. Back to 3 here in the corner. If we're in 4 spades, let's see. They definitely have 5 spades. Ace of hearts, heart rough is 7. Ace king of clubs is 9. They could get the clubs right. They could get them wrong. So I'm not sure all the people in 4 spades will make it. Okay, partner's made a takeout double of 1 spade. So we are to picture him with a singleton spade and like 4 cards and all the other suits. And I think what I want to do here is just bid 2 diamonds. I'm not going to play for penalties with trumps this week. And 2 diamonds seems like a better choice than like 1 no trump is my only other option. But partner asked me to take it out. I'm going to take it out. And the good news about this is probably all of partner's high cards are outside the spade suit. Well, he's got the jack of spades, but we've managed to get to our 8 card fit at the 2 level. Always happy when that happens. Let's see if there's anything to go back to on board 3. No, it's just weird that West didn't use Stamen, I suppose, is the only thing. I bet people are going to go down in 4 spades sometimes. Let's check the comparison. So the way you get to the comparison is you click on the board number and hit other tables. And you'll see, okay, spades has been declared 9 times so far, and they made it 5. Well, spades has been declared 8 times, and they made it 5 out of those 8 times, which is our match point percentage. Basically, our opponents are in a weird contract of 3 no trump. And I say weird, all I mean is it's not a normal contract. Like, we're going to be competing against 4 spades. Our score is minus 600, and therefore how our score does relatively is only dependent upon whether the other tables are making 4 spades or not. So they made it 5 out of 8 times, which turns out to be exactly our match point score, right? We're going to have 62.5% of the match points at this point, and our match points are purely a reflection of how often 4 spades is going to make, because every time it does make, we will do better than the people who sat north-south and defended against 4 spades. So I will be back with you guys for the start of round 3. I haven't paid any attention to what partner is doing here, but he's generally a competent declarer, and we're playing a 2-level contract with an 8-card fit on a part score deal. So I would imagine that this is pretty good, and our score is going to be up to maybe the mid to high 50s going into round 3. See you guys in a minute. Okay, back for round 3 here. Round 2 did score pretty well. 2 diamonds making 2 seemed like would have scored better than 50%, but it didn't. We're at 51%, and partner has opened with our catch-all strong bid. 1 club shows 16 plus high cards, any shape, and I have a yuck hand, so I'm going to bid 1 diamond, showing 0 to 8 high card points with any shape. And then anything I did above 1 diamond here would set up a game force. Got our system notes pulled up here on this tab. We might have to refer to those in a minute. All right, so partner bids 1 spade. I'll show you what this means. So we have a tab here for 1 club, 1 diamond, and 1 spade is 4 plus spades, forcing for 1 round. That's great, but what do I do with that as a responder? And here it gives me my choices. So auctions that start a club, a diamond, a spade. One of the important things is how much trump support I have. So here I've got a singleton, and it turns out that 1 no trump shows no fit, and 0 to 5. Let's scan down here and see if there's anything else that fits my hand better. I don't think so. Let's see. Good hand, that's not me. All this other stuff shows decent hands, like in the context of having 0 to 8. So we're going to bid 1 no trump here. This is, let's see, denies 4 spades, 0 to 5 points. Partner bids 2 hearts, so that's pretty interesting. This should just be patterning out. He's definitely going to have spades that are at least as long as hearts. The question is whether I owe him a raise here or not. So again, if we go down here, 5 plus spades, 4 plus hearts, it's not forcing. And I think that we will give him a raise to 3 hearts with our 5th trump and our singleton. He already knows that we've got a pretty stinky hand from the 1 no trump bid. So I do feel like I owe him a raise here. And he goes ahead and bids it. And we will see how good a shape he's in once they make the opening lead. All right, so we're off a diamond and a club, and that might be about it. Like, we've got a 9 never situation in trumps, so we might have a loser there, but it looks like he's going to make 4. So glad that we raised instead of passing 2 hearts. And I will be back for board 6. All right, back for the board, start of board 6. Trumps were 3-1 on that last hand. Partner had no reason to get the heart suit right. And he took his 10 tricks. We were in the game, so I imagine that's going to be, I would estimate, average plus here. And we appear to have 16 points, so we're going to start with our strong club bid. So I'm going to say 16 plus high card points, artificial, and open 1 club. And maybe partner will have enough to game force, and we can talk about those types of auctions. That would be fun. You may have heard me say it before, but the strength of 1 club auctions, unless you're playing relay, which is another thing I've been talking about a lot lately, it's not necessarily the club auctions that are the strength. It's the negative inference when you don't open a club that provides a lot of the value in 1 club opening systems. So pass here, we play 0 to 5. It could also potentially be a trap pass of 1 diamond. Since I'm looking at ace queen 4th, I seriously doubt that's the case. And they bid 1 heart. Not sure there's any reason to get involved here. I guess we could go ahead and bid our 5 card suit. I'll do that. And kind of I've expressed my hand at this point. I've got a lot of defense for the suits that they're bidding. I'm not even sure I should bid 2 clubs here. One thing I do want to do is kind of highlight the club suit just in case partner thinks that spades is in the picture. I sort of want to disabuse him of that. And we're just going to play 2 clubs. I imagine there are a bunch of spades in the dummy. Probably like 3 hearts, 5 spades, a couple of diamonds, and 3 clubs, something like that. Okay, so our opponents missed their 8 card heart fit. That's good for us. And I will leave the recorder on here as we walk through the play. So if I'm counting tricks, I have ace king of spades, the ace of diamonds. You'll remember the diamonds are on my left, so I only have 1 diamond trick. And they might let me ruff a heart in the dummy. And then it's whatever clubs I can get, right? So we'll just kind of walk through this and see what makes sense. Technically, the ace of hearts on my right ought to deny the king. I guess we'll put up the queen just for kicks and jollies. And I'm guessing that the hearts are 3 on my left and 5 on my right. Certainly, if West had 4 hearts, he would have raised hearts, I think. So I'm picturing that West has king 3rd and East has ace 5th. And here's a diamond, which I totally expect to get ruffed. At this point, I'm going to start counting the cards of the opponent whose hand I know more about, which is West here, because I know he has 5 diamonds to the king jack and 3 hearts to the king. We'll just play our non-lowest spot card. That's a good habit to get into. Don't automatically play your lowest card. Now he ruffed with the 2. So we are going to get to ruff our heart here. That's good. Unfortunately, the timing didn't work out such that we can get back to the king of spades, though. So what do I want to do here? We expect the hearts, the diamonds are 5-0, the hearts are 3-5. We know 8 of West cards and 5 of East's. I don't think there's any value in coming to the ace of spades at this point. Is it possible that I need to hook the club? If I were hooking the club, I'd be playing east for queen X, which I don't think is the case. So we're actually going to go ahead and play a spade to the ace and then just play a club from our hand. And one thing that this does is now the opponents can't lead spades profitably because they'll give me a trick with the king. So at this point, I'm missing ace, queen, fifth of clubs. And if this suit were just a vacuum, I were just worried about how to play this suit with no entries to the dummy remaining, the only way I could play it for one loser is to bang down the king, hoping for singleton queen. It doesn't work to play for singleton ace, right? Because the queen would still get a trick. So in a vacuum, the right play for in this suit would be to lead the king. What happens if I lead a low diamond at this point? It's kind of an interesting idea. Lead a club, do that. I think we're just going to lead the king of clubs at this point. If I let a diamond, he could just win it and play another diamond. That's no big deal. What he can't do is play a spade at this point, so I assume a diamond's coming back here. We're still missing queen third of trump. We'll leave the beer in the dummy just because that's a funny thing to do. Still missing queen X of trumps. There's the 10 of hearts, unfortunately. And even if he roughs this with the queen and leads a diamond, like it takes care of our diamond loser, so we don't care. So we're going to get 3 tricks here, and they're going to get 1. And I will be back with you guys for board 7. What do we think about this? 7 tricks. They had a heart fit. I would imagine that minus 100 here is actually going to be a pretty good score, right? But we'll see. I'll be back with you guys in a minute. All right, here we're back for board 7. You will see that round 3 was pretty kind to us, and our running score is up to 57%. Back in the old days, when you knew what your score was at like a live tournament, they would call that barometer pairs. But now everything online is barometer, since you always kind of know where you're standing. It actually leads to some interesting strategy implications, but that's for another video and another day. In the meantime, we are going to alert the opponents and introduce ourselves. We are going to alert them that we play strong club because that is actually mandatory now. And I have 15 points, so not 16. My 1 no trump opening range here in 3rd seat. I think we have a tab for this too. I'll show you guys. No trump ladder 2. I'm vulnerable in the first chair. So 14 to 16 describes 1 no, and that's what we're going to do. All right, partner transfers to spades. We have a giant hand for spades. So I think what we're going to do here with 5 trump is super accept to 3 spades. We don't have anything fancier, any fancy agreements about what other bids would mean here. But it's arguable that you should make up what bids like between 2 no trump and 3 hearts should mean. But anyway, I know that we've got at least 10 trumps. I'm all aces and kings. So certainly my hand is worthy of a super accept here. And it might be the difference for him if he's got like a marginal game invite of being able to bid game here. So he does go ahead and raises to 4 spades. We will stick with the board through the play and the planning. Let's see who these people are. Do I know these people? Ram Sankaran, I don't know. Bob Duvall, maybe I'm supposed to know, but I don't. And it goes pass, pass, pass. Jack of Hearts led. We check their convention card to see if they're doing anything interesting on the carding. Looks like they're leading standard honor cards, and looks like standard signals with coded 10s and 9s, but that doesn't apply here. All right. We have a lot of tricks. The diamond suit breaks 3-2. I've got 5 diamonds, 2 hearts, and at least 4 spades, right? Yep. So I think all we're going to do here is win the ace of hearts and get our entry to the dummy via a diamond and take a spade hook. Go ahead and unblock my spots here in case I need entries to the dummy with the 7. All right, so the spade hook loses. They need to cash their club now, probably. And they don't. So we will draw the last trump. And we're not going to be able to score the beer, unfortunately, here. But if these diamonds end up breaking 3-2, we will have the rest of the tricks because I'm going to be able to throw my 2 clubs on diamonds. And I'll be back with you guys in just a second once they accept this claim. I like when opponents talk about the Braves. It's kind of fun. I mean, go again, Braves. Don't lose Freeman. All right, we have a 13 count. They've opened a standard club. There's nothing for us to do here. Remember that your algorithm for bidding when they open is like, do I have my own 5-card suit? Can I ever call a no trump? Can I make a takeout double? And when you don't meet any of those criteria, you end up passing with some reasonable hands, and that's perfectly fine. You shouldn't think of pass in a situation where you might have overcalled as anything other than none of my non-pass calls fit. In other words, when I pass, I can still have a good hand, particularly if it's balanced, such that I didn't have any suits to overcall. Or the other thing that could be happening is I have a good suit, but it's actually the suit that they opened on my right. Still no reason to come in here. All right, so we have a situation where the warning bells are going off. They're about to play at the 2 level with an 8-card fit. That being said, I have very good defense against hearts and flat hands, so this is going to be one of the times where I make an exception. And by the way, like, if I'm on lead against you in an auction like this and I had a chance to balance on this type auction, you can be pretty sure that I have a flat hand with hearts since I'm not balancing, and I know that really you need to balance pretty aggressively here. So I'm initially picturing 4 clubs and 4 hearts on my right. I'm guessing that neither, I guess East might have spades, West might have spades. My partner didn't overcall spades when he had a chance, so that's kind of leading me away from the spade lead, even though it is the unbid suit. Everything's pretty gross here. We'll go ahead and rule out clubs and diamonds. And partner doesn't necessarily have to have many values here. He's going to have, I don't know, 5 or 6 maybe. I think what I'm going to end up doing, we'll just lead the unbid suit. What the hell? And we lead 3rd best. I only have 3 of them, so even if we led 4th best, I would be leading the deuce of spades. There are 4 hearts in the dummy. Partner wins the ace, and I will be back. We're not going to, today's video is not about defending hands outside the opening lead, so I'll be back for round 5. Okay, so we're finished with round 4. Let's check how our scores are going to do here since we've got some time. Since I want to give you guys examples of how to check this sort of thing, I want you to be using your interface as effectively and efficiently as possible. So 4 spades making 680. Looks like it's going to be an average plus. And 2 hearts plus 50 to us. Looks like it's going to be average minus to average. So it looks like we get a little over half the match points in this round. And we will be going to round 5 with probably a little half over. Our score is probably not going to change that much. So, yep. I guess we still got some dead time. So be back with you guys in a minute. So here we are, round 5. Partner starts with the strong club thing. I should tell the opponents about this. Okay, so we have a game force this time. We have 11 points, and you can look here in our tab that 1 club opening, 1 diamond is 0 to 7, I guess we're saying, and 1 heart is 8 to 11, any shape. So that's what we're going to do. And I'll show you guys a 1 club positive auction. So this is an auction type where I would much rather we be playing relay. We're not. We are just playing kind of some pretty standard natural stuff here. C-bid's a no trump. This should be, well, it doesn't matter what it is. We're going to use Stayman to see if we have a spade fit or a heart fit. And kind of right now, we're just back to having an auction like partner had opened a 15 to 17 no trump. Since we're in a game force, there's no need for him to jump with his extra point hands too. So I'm really not sure there's any limit on the 1 no trump bid. Okay, so 2 hearts. That's good. We can set hearts as trump here by bidding 2 spades. I think that's what this should be, right? Let's see. Actually, I guess, could 2 spades still just be that I have 4 spades? Nah, anything else I did would imply that. So 2 spades should just be setting hearts here. Some slight risk the partner's not going to be on the same page, but since anything I did at this point, like I've got to have spades, I would think that 2 spades sets hearts. Okay, he does bid 3 spades, which makes me think we're probably not on the same page here. And I'm worried about bidding 4 spades as our key card bid because I'm worried that he thinks that we have a spade fit here. We have 11 points, 2 singletons. Let's go ahead and Q bid here, I suppose. So the problem right now is that partner might think we're on the spade train and we're on the heart train, but I can't give up here, I don't think. Partner goes back to 4 hearts. I think that I'm done, and probably just to avoid disaster, I'm going to pass here. I think the wheels have come off because of the 3 spade bid. But we'll see when they make the opening lead if we've missed a slam here. I completely forgot that I was going to be declaring. Okay. So you've got 5 heart winners, somewhere between 2 and 4 spade winners. Looks like the 3 of spades is probably a singleton, but we'll find out later. I think we're going to throw 1 spade off the board on the ace of clubs. I potentially need to ruff 1 spade. So I think we can go ahead and pull trump here. And if they're not 4-0, we can continue doing that. I'm again not going to play my lowest spade here. 3 ace 10 4. So we're missing queen XX. From West's standpoint, like I don't necessarily have spades. I don't think I showed spades on the auction. We're always going to have to take this diamond finesse. Let's go ahead and pull trump. Yeah. Saving the 2 in case I need it as an entry. That's all. Looks like the trumps are probably 3 with East and 1 with West here. Okay, it turns out the 10 was from 10-9 Doubleton. I'm in this hand. What do I want to do with this spade suit? It might help to know if they lead 3rd and 5th or 4th best. They lead 4th best. Huh. I mean, the 10's got to be an honest card because he definitely gave us a 3rd trick there. What do I think is more likely, that the queen was from, or the lead was from the queen, or the lead was from 3 small and East has the queen of spades still protected? Is there any way around any of this? No. So let's just go ahead and hook him for the queen. Okay, it turns out the lead was honest. That's good. And just in case the ace is singleton on my left, the ace of diamonds, I want to eliminate clubs. Yeah, I can still do that. So we're going to eliminate clubs, take the proven finesse and spades, and then lead a diamond towards the king. There's a very small chance that this matters, but what we are doing is forcing them to give us a rough slough if the ace of diamonds is with West and it's singleton. We'd take the losing finesse, but then he wouldn't have any diamonds to return. We're always preserving that beer, so let's lead the Curse of Scotland. Cross our fingers and play the king and see if all this work mattered. It did not. That's too bad. That would have been a fun little lesson hand. All right, so we make 5. And we're actually running a little low on time here. All right, we have a 10 count. It's 3, 5, 1, 4. They open a spade. This is not enough to bid 2 hearts with. Please, God, this is not enough to bid 2 hearts with. Okay, they bid 2 spades. It's a warning bells auction. We are vulnerable. And we do have Queen Jack 3rd in their suit. Do I really want to risk 3 hearts here? So this is taking things into my own peril again, but I like the East is tanking here because one thing it means is he's thinking about bidding more, which is kind of a double-edged sword. Okay, I'm glad he bid 3 spades. That's perfect. Kind of a double-edged sword because it means that my 3 heart bid would be scarier, right? Because he probably has more values, but it also means that he's more likely to take the push to 3 spades. So kind of funny thing to think about there. What am I going to be leading against spades? I mean, singleton kind of looks natural, but I also have natural trump trick probably. Anyway, we're leading a singleton here more because I don't want to lead away from clubs or hearts than it is that I want to get a rough. What I mean by natural is like picture East with ace, king, 5th of spades. I'm going to come to a spade trick when there's no spades in the dummy here. So if I rough, it might be with what's called my natural trump trick. Anyway, we will be back for round 6 in a moment. All right, we're back for round 6 with some local friends here. And I want to open, our 2 diamond opening is reserved for 3 suited hands. So I'm actually going to open 3 diamonds here. We had a very nice round 5. So we're sitting at almost 64%. After 5 rounds, we play a total of 9. So definitely a good start here. And hopefully we'll keep up the good work and maybe win this thing. So open 3 diamonds, gone 3 hearts, check 4 hearts. Partner's got to be on lead. He leads the 10 of diamonds, which means he can't have the queen. There's nothing, no holding that includes the queen that's consistent with him leading the 10. So it looks like Declare has either queen X or queen third. And what can we do about any of this? Give Declare queen in both minor suits. That's 4. The ace queen of hearts would be 10. It's a little hard to see him bidding 3 hearts without the ace of spades. And let's go ahead and win the king of diamonds here. And see what's going on. I'll stay with you guys here for a minute. Okay, so the diamonds are 6-3-2-2 around the table. The question is, what do I want to do now? If I let another round of diamonds, it seems like the most obvious thing to me to do. And I'll be back with you guys for board 12. So I've given away the position of the ace or the jack of hearts here since partner didn't over rough with it. And I think it's just a matter of whether who's got the ace of spades. Be back in a minute. So they made 5. One good thing about opening diamonds on that last hand, if you look at the east-west hands here, if we look at the east-west hands here, they actually had 13, at least 13, right? They had 6 clubs, 5 hearts, 2 spades, and a rough even in hearts. If we don't lead diamonds. So one good consequence of opening 3 diamonds there was that it attracted the diamond lead. All right, we're back for round 7 here, 2/3 of the way through the game. You will see that last round didn't score all that well. 4 hearts was 11% somehow. Seems weird. Let's check the other tables. I was happy that we'd gotten the diamond lead. Yeah, I just can't really explain this one. Why is four hearts only making four, and there's people in five clubs? I can see getting to five clubs, I guess. Four hearts went down. Yeah, I don't exactly understand this. Anyway, our scores come down to 59%. It's two passes to us. And what do we want to do? I think that I want to open three diamonds. Other choice on this was opening one diamond, which is our catch-all. That would have more going for it, I think, if we were playing a natural system where diamonds actually showed diamonds. Three diamonds here is not without some risk. Obviously, I don't have that great of a hand and we're vulnerable. I do have good diamond spots with the queen 10-9, though. And I'm just hoping to, make them guess the 3 and 4 level here rather than allow them the space to have a constructive auction. So we will hope that they have bid too few here. Partner leads the 7 of diamonds. And looks kind of like a passive defense hand to me. The missing diamond spots are Jack 8-7-4. Get into the habit of, when your partner leads a spot card, identifying what holdings he can and can't have. So here, let's go through what he could have. We lead third best, so he could have Jack 8-7. He could have 7-4 doubleton. He could have 7 singleton. And those are the only holdings that make any sense, right? And often we'll be able to rule out some of those holdings based on what Declare follows with. So Declare follows with the 8, which means that Declare also has the Jack, because the only possible holdings left are 7 singleton and 7 doubleton. And we're just going to go ahead and play ace and another diamond here and see again for board 14. Unfortunately, on 13, 3 spades was exactly what they could make. So probably headed for average minus on that. Here we have a 16 count, so we're going to get to practice our strong club opening again if they pass on our right. But they don't, so we're going to be overcalling a heart. Partner advances 1 spade. Can't say that I'm in love with that. And 2 clubs. And I think I'm just going to name my ace king 4th suit with 2 diamonds. Partner back to 2 hearts, and I don't think there's any reason to keep on going here. One table of poker going this morning, so keeping an eye on that on the other of my dual monitor setup. We have 5-3 suited this hand, though, so I can fold that. All right. Partner's got ace king 6 the spades, Jack 30 diamonds, doubleton heart, and we are in 2 hearts. That looks like a reasonable place to play. Trick count is however many trumps we get. The ace king of spades, the ace king of diamonds, the king of clubs, and perhaps they will let us ruff a club in the dummy. Actually, you know what? The jack of clubs is probably on side for a hook. Yeah, so I got to make a decision about that right now. If it loses, I can throw a diamond from the board. Okay, so did he really do this on ace empty 6th? I think I am going to play the 10 here and hope that even if it's wrong, the trick comes back. Okay, so the 10 was right. That's good news. He did have ace jack 7th on our right. So we'll start counting the hand here. He had an opening hand that bid and rebid clubs. And we know the club suit is ace jack 7th. Go ahead and play small diamond here. This will probably go queen ace. We do have ace king over in the poker game, which means I'm going to ship those chips in. We have no losers at this point. And we want to lead a heart from the board. And I think I want to lead it to the 10. And then lead another heart to the queen. Is there any problem with leading one to the 10? No, not unless East has a singleton diamond and can ruff the diamond return. So that's what we're going to do. Spade to the ace, heart to the 10 to begin with. We're missing 5 trumps to the king, jack, 8. The fact that he played the 10 of spades makes me think it's more likely that he has a second diamond. The 10 goes to the king. That's fine. We're still missing jack, 8, third. Is there any reason to? No, I don't think so. Yeah, that's too bad. He did have a singleton diamond. And now, unfortunately, they might get to ruff with the 8 also. That's really too bad. We'll be silly and under ruff with the 7 of hearts. Okay, finally, I can hit claim. And we will see you guys again for round 8. Actually, I'll walk you through my self-torture here. I want to review this board and just make sure I didn't do anything silly that I can learn from. Because you've got to draw a distinction between mistakes you make and errors. So the difference between those two is what you would do across all hands, like what's normally going to be the right play on average. Yeah, and partner even makes this point here. A hand we're playing him, she would have made more. Versus plays that would only be right just because of this particular layout of the card. So I'm going to my double dummy tool, and it's just hide double dummy or show double dummy. And it will highlight the cards with what the result should be from that point. So you'll see when you return the 9 of clubs, there's a little green 2 there, which means I should still be making 2 over tricks if I play optimally at this point. And still everything's got a 2. So at this point, to continue on the optimal path, it wanted me to lead the ace of hearts or a spade. The spade is, or the ace of hearts is clearly irrational. Like it just doesn't cater to enough stuff. So I did pick the spade at this point, which is still making 2 over tricks. And I hooked the heart. I think the 10 was completely normal. Yeah. And at that point, like I'm just making 8 tricks. So I think all is forgiven there. And even though I could have made 2 more tricks, it's sort of resulting is what they would call it, right? You would only be making that play based on how the cards actually lie instead of what the odds are. Anyway, we'll be back for round 8 in a moment. Okay, back for round 8. That round certainly tanked our chances of winning this quite a bit. We're down to 56% overall, but again, like, I don't think that there's anything I would change. We have a 10 count that's 6-4. We're going to open this a heart. We are playing a strong club such that when we open something that's not 1 club, we are limited to 15 high card points. Two spades by partner is the same thing it would be in like normal 2 over 1. It's in competition. So this is forcing for 1 round. It follows the Woolworths pattern, 5 and dime, at least 5 spades, at least 10 points. It's forcing for 1 round. And I think what I'm going to do is bid 3 hearts since I have a 6th heart. It's convenient here that we are playing a strong club such that partner knows I can't have more than 15. He just goes ahead and raises to 4 hearts. I don't know if you guys can hear or not. I think I've got my mic set so that you can't, but my dog is thirsty. All right, trick count. Ace, king of spades, ace of clubs is 3. King of diamonds is 4. Whatever we get in hearts is whatever we get. And I need to rough some clubs in the dummy if they'll let me. So that's the beginning plan. Alternatively, we can set up the spade suit probably. We'll see if they make me commit to a line here. So he does lead the queen of diamonds. I think it's probably best to duck that and play a spade. A club to the ace is a problem. Everything's kind of a problem here. So I think we're going to go about the rough clubs route. Is that fine? Rough 2 clubs and then play the trumps out of our hand, as opposed to try to set up the spades. I don't know. Can't really have my cake and eat it too. All right, I think we're going to go with the draw trump and try to set up spades line. Down to 30 people in the poker tournament, 26 pay. So that's something you got to be pretty tight when you're getting close to that pay bubble, they call it. So we're missing ace, queen, 10, 9, 5th in the trump suit. This hesitation tends to mean the ace. Oh, no, he just has the queen. Who knows online half the time. So now we're missing ace, 10, 9. And if I lead a club and play a heart, the problem is you can do that. So what do we want to do? I could duck a heart. That wouldn't cater to much. Problem with club to the ace is they just have 2 tricks, so I don't think I can do that. What if I play a spade to the king and play a heart? Does that get me anything? I don't think so. It's a tough hand. What's their bidding here? Forget. West bid 2 diamonds. He had ace jack of diamonds. He had a hard lead. He's probably got the ace of hearts. I don't see how he couldn't have it. So maybe that's one big clue here. Probably got the ace of hearts. So we're just going to duck a heart at this point. I think it's futile to lead a heart off the board since East probably can't have the ace. Okay, there's one more trump to get. Goes ahead and does that. Board had 4 diamonds. We had 1. It looks like East had 3 and West had 5. We need to rough that to have any chance to make our contract, obviously. And if we count the shapes here, West obviously has only 2 hearts. Otherwise, he wouldn't have won the ace of hearts. And we can go ahead and cash this. So West had 5 diamonds and 2 hearts. East had 3 hearts and 3 diamonds. West is the hand that had more cards that we know about. He's pitching his last diamond. So he's got 6 black cards at this point. We opened a heart and he didn't make a takeout double, which kind of tends to make me think he's got 3 spades, 2 hearts, 5 diamonds, and 3 clubs. Is there any way around any of this? I play the ace of clubs and a spade to the ace and ruff a heart. Does that get me anything? Oh, wait a minute. I've still got the entry of the board. I can just play ace, king of spades and ruff a spade. I really doubt that he's got queen fourth of spades. I think what he's got is queen third. Oh, okay. That'll work. And we should get a very good score for that, I would imagine. That was kind of a hard hand. Sort of proud of the way I played that one. Look, it'll probably be an average minus. All right. On to board 16. We have 14 with 5, 4, 3, 1 shape. We can't open a club if it were passed around to us because that's our strong catch-all bid. And we won't have that problem anyway, since they open 2 hearts on our left. Partner overcalls 2-no. That is 15 to 18 with a heart stopper and tends to be a balanced hand. It's like basically the same hand that opens 1 no trump, except you really need to have a heart stopper now. Whereas you wouldn't worry about that just for a 1 no trump opening. So I think we'll bid some Stayman. See if he's got 4 spades. Do I have enough to be considering slam here? Probably just shy of that. All right, he doesn't have it anyway. And I don't think we have enough to keep on going. So we're going to pass here and see you guys again for the last round in just a few moments. Hopefully our score will have moved up into the 60 range. Talk to you in a bit. Okay, we're back for the last round. We have increased our score to 60%, and partners opened 1 no trump in first chair white, which means 10 to 12 points. We have a good hand, like 15 if I'm counting correctly. Yep, and we do have a 4-card major, so we will check on a fit by bidding Stayman. And we will greet the opponents. Oh, and we've got a robot opponent. All right, that's kind of cool. One thing I'm confused about with the robots, well, not confused, but like, I'm not sure how they defend, say, a 10 to 12 no trump, since they don't pay any attention to any of your alerts. I think they probably defend like North has 15 to 17. Okay. Partner says he's got hearts, and we have no reason not to just raise him to game. King of spades has probably gone pretty severely down in value here, but still got enough shape and highs on the side that it would be silly not to bid game, I think. Okay, it turns out the king of spades is actually a trick combined with partner's queen, and he's going to be losing a club, a spade, and maybe a diamond. Looks like this is a pretty good contract. I'll be back with you guys for the start of our last board of the morning. All right, so partner made 10 tricks, which actually looks like it's one more than he was quote unquote supposed to make there. So that's good for us. That should be a good score. And let's put up one more good score and see where the chips land. We have 15 points. We are balanced with 5-3-3-2 shape. Even with a 5-card major, consider that balanced for the purposes of considering opening no trump. And we are in range here. That is when we're second seat red, we play the 1 no trump shows 14 to 16. So we go ahead and bid that. One thing I'm keeping in the back of my mind here is that no trump is going to be a pretty popular opening. Maybe some people won't do it with a 5-card heart suit, but even for people who open 15 to 17 no trumps, they will be opening my hand 1 no trump also. And anybody who uses judgment is probably going to be opening a no trump, since I've got cards and all the other suits, particularly those outside 2 queens are no trumpy. All right, West has a 1-suited hand and employs the Cappelletti convention. Partner and I play that systems are on over this, so if he doubled, that would be Stayman. If you bid 2 diamonds, it'd be a transfer to hearts, on and on and on. Think we have any reason to get involved here? Looks like West just has diamonds. Now partner bids 2 hearts and he bids 3 diamonds. So I think we raised 3 hearts with our 5 of them. I imagine his shape is like 3 spades, 4 hearts, 2 diamonds, 4 clubs, something like that. Oh, they are really tempting me to crack 4 diamonds here. I mean, partner shouldn't be broke here. Just don't think they have enough shape to justify making this many diamonds here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and double. I would like this so much more if they were vulnerable, such that we only had to beat it 1 to assure ourselves of a good score. But I guess we will lead the Queen of Clubs. Remember, we're leading Rusno against suit, so second of touching honors. And I will be back with a summary at the end of our score. All right, so the postscript here is that Russ and I ended up finishing second out of 40 pairs. So that feels like a nice accomplishment for the morning. We finished .14 out of first, so that's too bad. So close. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be with you guys soon with fresh content on another day. Later on, guys.